First, we pull from GitHub a repository's code. After the pull is complete, we can enter the project directory. Then we can start through Docker. DolphinScheduler's standalone service. We'll wait a moment and see that the image has been pulled down. Then the corresponding service will start. After that, we can access this address to visit our DolphinScheduler service. Please note to replace the IP with the corresponding server IP. We can find the account and password on the repository. Currently, there are no projects because the service has just started. Next, we will create a workflow using Python scripts to submit workflows to DolphinScheduler on a service. After execution, we can go back to the DolphinScheduler service and see a project address here. Click to enter the project. We can see 3 workflows. The 3 workflows are: first, start Ray to start a Ray cluster. The second one, stop Ray, shuts down the previously started Ray cluster. The third one is a pipeline workflow for training and deploying models. Now, let's start a Ray cluster by clicking Run. Then, we can see that the service is running. We can check the corresponding logs by going in. Also, we can see Ray cluster information on port 8265. The cluster has finished starting up. Now, we can start our pipeline. The pipeline has 2 parameters, batch size and epoch. Let's take a look at the running status of the workflow. We can check the task logs by looking at the corresponding tasks. Let's refresh the status. We need to wait a bit for the workflow to complete. In the meantime, we can take a look at the workflow definition. Let's refresh the status again. We can check the specific code in the workflow definition. Here is a specific piece of code. Refresh the status. Now, we can take a look at it. The specific definition code. Double-click on our task. We can see the corresponding Python script code. The second is the serving code. We can take a look. The third one is the service testing code. Then each specific code. We can find the corresponding file in the project here. Each file is what we just saw, all the corresponding code. We just submitted these codes to DolphinScheduler using Python. On a service, we go back to the workflow definition we saw earlier. The serving service has already completed. We can take a look at the corresponding log. Next, we'll have to wait a bit. Test serving. The completion situation. Once it's completed, the workflow will be done. Let's refresh the status. Of course, DolphinScheduler will refresh the status automatically. We can also manually refresh the status. This is the overall situation of our project. All the code and steps can be seen here. Each step corresponds to the DolphinScheduler. A screenshot of the running situation on the. Okay, let's go back to the workflow we were looking at earlier. It should be executed and completed. We can take a look at the task situation. This is the execution result. Then after we run our pipeline, if we don't need it, we can go and close our Ray cluster. We can close a cluster. After we close it, we can see in Ray's service that the cluster has been released. The resources have also been released. Integration of DolphinScheduler and Ray. Case demonstration.